welcome to the very first episode of Two Better Than One. Thank you for joining us on Two Are Better Than One. And today's conversation is on gifting, generosity, of course, starting with us. Joining me today is a beautiful couple. Hi guys.
Hi.
This is exciting. I cannot wait to hear your story because I know some background, but I think it's going to be an interesting one. Please introduce yourselves.
My name is Laura Businge.
I'm Leonard Businge, and I'm so excited. My wife is on camera, you guys.
Yay! Right. So, today's conversation is on gifting, and I know, there's a season coming up, my favorite season of the year.
Yeah.
And it's one of, giving, but many times we think of charity or, giving to some people out there, and we forget to do it in our homes and our spaces. So, but maybe to kick us off, I'm sure you guys have heard of the 5 love languages.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Of physical touch, of acts of service, words of affirmation, and quality time. And the 5th one is...
I always forget one.
Words of affirmation, acts of service, quality time, physical, and gifts.
And gifts. Oh, yes.
Ironic, yeah.
So, I'd want us to go through just a quick quiz.
Yeah, sure.
So
Bring it on.
we'll
Is there a
keep
praise?
going.
Is there a praise?
So we'll play a small quiz. And it's out of 5. We'll see who knows the other better.
Is there a praise? That's my question.
Because I obviously take it.
There is a prize.
Okay.
Okay. So the first one, we'll start with Lenny.
Yeah.
So the questions that we're asking are for Lenny. I spend alone time with my partner, just the 2 of us. Or my partner does something practical to help me out. Laura, you're the one to answer. Which of those would he prefer? I spend alone time with my partner, just the 2 of us. Or my partner does something practical to help me out.
The second one.
Something practical to help me out. Okay. My partner gives me a gift as a token of love for each other, or I spend uninterrupted leisure time with my partner.
The first one.
Yeah.
My partner unexpectedly does something for me, like filling my car or doing the laundry. My partner and I touch.
The second one.
My partner puts their arm around me when we are in public. My partner surprises me with a gift.
The first one. Close
Okay.
one.
Those were 4. Those 4. Okay, the final one. I'm around my partner even if we are not really doing anything. Or I'm holding hands with my partner.
Definitely second. Yeah?
Lenny,
Yeah.
how did she do?
I think she got 5 out of 5.
I think so
Yeah.
too. Well done, Laura.
Thank you.
Now, Lenny, let's see how well.
I'm going to get 6 out of 5.
Okay. Let's go. So my partner gives me a gift, or I hear I love you from my partner.
Second one.
Yep.
I sit close to my partner. I'm complimented by my loved one for no apparent reason.
Second one.
Yeah.
I get a chance to just hang out with my partner, or I unexpectedly get small gifts from my
First
partner.
one. First one. No doubt.
I hear my partner tell me I'm proud of you, or my partner helps me with a task.
First one.
Yep.
I get to do things with my partner, or I hear supportive words from my partner.
Second one. It was close though.
It's a close one.
Yeah, but second one.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, is that the very last one? My partner does things for me instead of just talking about doing nice things, or I feel connected to my partner through a hug.
Trick
Close.
question.
Trick question. I think earlier in our marriage, maybe the first one, but I think now, maybe in this season, it's the second one.
Okay. Okay, yeah. I think you're right.
Huh.
You've really got everything right.
Almost.
Yeah, I know you.
Okay, great. Thank you, guys. Thank you for sharing. Marks are up on the screen. Well done, guys. Yeah, but just let us know how exactly this plays out. So, Lenny, what's your love language?
So for me, as you might have suspected, my love language is physical touch. Like now, I'm so happy I'm next to my wife. She's like, I can feel her presence practically.
And she can't go in.
And she can't go in for now.
I'm trapped. Yes.
Okay, and what's your secondary?
Secondary, it's confusing. I think I actually like receiving gifts. Like I'm not too big on it, but it's something that I would appreciate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Laura.
You changed.
Yeah.
Because it used to be acts of service is your secondary one.
Yeah, but now
It was a season.
Yeah, it was a season. Yeah.
Weirdly, I just got to know that.
Hmm.
My primary love language is quality time.
Standard.
Shortly for the secondary one is really close. Like it used to be the first one, now it's the second one, which is words of affirmation. Yeah.
Words of affirmation.
Yeah. That's the second one.
Great. Okay. Wondering how that now plays out in your marriage, because I know Laura, and Laura is always on a run from touch.
Always. Always. Do you know I've been with this
Laura
woman for
hugs
13 years, but still I have to like pull her into hugs when I'm holding her hand. So it's always that initiation of like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I'm like, till now.
Yes.
Yeah. So tell me, and of course I know my friend Lenny, the son in this relationship, and I know that Lenny is people, so he's probably wanting to get out there, and I know that you're wanting him.
Right.
How does that play out for you guys?
Right.
You go first.
Well, in terms of maybe primary love languages. I think it's already been said. I tend to, not really like physical touch in any way. Not that I hate it, it just doesn't come so naturally for me. So even if someone's just holding my hand or touching me for no reason, I'm like, why? Like, don't be in my space. I guess it's different with kids, but having kids, but it doesn't come naturally at all.
Yeah.
So I'll be like, quick hug, we finish the hug. But this one is like, no, let's now really like hold each other to feel loved and feel each other.
Like a hug must be not less than 1 minute.
Oh, wow. I don't even know why it should be up to 5 seconds. Like, why? So that definitely has brought, I don't say friction, but
Laura is the queen of side hugs. Those Christian hugs? Like, it's like at the top, like at the top, not even like full body, like at the top. Like, are you kidding me?
Yes. I'm a bit of a weird girl because I think girls are usually quite touchy. But I think I'm one of those rare ones who just like touch. Yeah. So I think that's where I find it's just not natural. And yet quality time is my thing. I love spending time doing something. Quality time, literally. So it's not just time. And this one right here, I think we have different understandings of what quality time is. If I could give an example.
Please.
So, we're going for a date. What do we want to do? And he's like, let's go and watch a movie. I'm like, a movie's fun. There's nothing wrong with that. But to me, that's not quality time. Yeah. It's just passive, enjoyable time. It's not quality. So,
what if it's a movie you both like?
Yeah, even if it's a movie I've been dying to see, But yeah, we'll watch it together and we'll enjoy it. But for me, quality time, the way I understand it is we have to, talk to each other, spend time with each other. How have you been this week? What's on your mind? Your dreams. Say something funny. That to me is quality rather than just let's be at a party together or watch a movie or attend an event of some sort. Yeah.
And as you can imagine, that brought endless fights because the way I understood it was we just need to spend time together. So I'll always be dragging her with me, like especially on the weekends. So let's spend the weekend together. Let's spend the day together. If I'm going shopping in the supermarket, we're next to each other, like we're doing it together. That's quality time.
Yeah.
Dropping the kids, picking the kids, going to church or whatever. So I figured like we'd spend the whole weekend together. Then on Sunday evening,
she's
like, we haven't spent quality time. I'm like,
we've been together.
The whole weekend. What do you mean? So like it took me a long time to understand that my wife's like perfect interpretation of quality time is we get in a room, probably somewhere where there's no network, so there's no one calling us, no internet as well. So it's not like we're doing Netflix and chill. No, like there's no Netflix and chilling. Yeah, so for me, I interpreted quality time to mean spending time together. I figured as long as we're together, we're spending quality time. Like that's why you just drag her everywhere. On the weekend, everywhere. I'm like, you know what? Quality time, let's go. And it should be so frustrating at the end of the weekend. I'm like, So it was so strange for me to get that interpretation.
Yeah.
And yet for me, like my interpretation of physical touch is just to be around me. So I figured actually that it was a win-win.
It was a win-win. That's what I thought when I heard
like it's a win-win.
I was like, you guys are so cool.
Yeah.
Because she wants to be with you.
I want to be near her.
Oh
my goodness.
This is an easy one.
Such a disaster.
So much because Lenny's language being physical touch. Yes, it's something I don't gravitate towards, but I think also the way I understood physical touch was leading to sex. So, okay, I touch you and then eventually it's going to lead to this. And I'm like, no, by the time we get to that, there has to be another...
So then now, it becomes a whole other thing.
A whole other thing. So, am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
But also it wouldn't be bad if,
But Lenny, what you're saying is that for you, it was just, let's cuddle.
Yeah.
I know there's the non-sexual touch,
right.
Which it's so interesting because guys usually say, like Laura was saying, that non-physical, non-sexual touch does not quite exist. But I completely get it. As in, I just want to be with you, chill, let's, watch a movie, let's cuddle,
let's hold hands,
and it doesn't have to end. No. It doesn't have to go anywhere. That's it, full in itself.
Yeah. That's what I thought. Honestly, I thought that's where you wanted it to lead all the time.
No, and it took a long while for us to have that communication of look. This is not what I mean. And of course, through lots of fights, especially in her part. Because now she's getting frustrated of you're not spending time with me. I'm like, this woman is mad. I've been with her the whole weekend. And
I'm trying.
And I'm not spending time. And then also, when she told me her interpretation of what exactly it means, because it's, let's sit down somewhere without any distractions. And let's, I like this example of gays loving into each other's eyes. But basically just sit and talk about anything and everything for hours on end. So now as someone who, with my personality trait, an hour into it, I'm just we're good now, right?
You're on the clock.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I wonder what now your physical touch and her, I keep wondering, because she didn't like it, how that actually now plays out for you guys.
We've gotten much better at it. How
Because
so?
my picture in my mind is that you're reaching out and she's on the run.
Yeah,
So Tom and
standard.
Jerry.
Yeah,
I think
standard.
that's actually how it is.
That's sort of how it is. Like I'm like when we get out of like when we step out of the house, like I'm always the one looking for her hand, to hold her.
Yeah.
And even in the car sometimes I want to drive while holding her hand. So and yet for her, strangely, as she's talking, she's very expressive with her hands as she speaks.
So I don't want to be trapped.
So she can be trapped because man, it's crazy. It's
So
crazy.
it's literally Tom and Jerry or
Yeah.
cat and mouse just
Yeah,
tongue.
yeah.
That really is so interesting because my love language is
Yeah.
actually quality time.
It's the same.
Yes. And Denise is words of affirmation, but also physical touch. And even I, like Laura, I'm not too touchy. So I've actually caught myself, many times sort of like pushing him away.
Right.
But my quality time is different. Quality time for me reads, doing stuff together. So like that, going shopping together, going downtown, following Google Maps, like, together, getting lost together. So for me, it's doing things together. Is quality time, as in where it's now just the two of us. Because, he's also a sanguine, so it's always, out there, the group of people. But yeah, when it's just us, the two of us doing stuff, border rides, getting lost, figuring out stuff, that for me reads quality time. And the interesting thing is that in as much as, so how when you add yellow with blue, you will get green. But it depends on how much yellow and how much green will create. So I feel like in as much as, because we've cramped, we know that, okay, so it's physical touch. So then you go for the obvious that but all of us are different. And how those things play out is different for everyone.
Right.
And I think, what I would want to encourage us is to, take time to know specifically what your person is into. So that even, because sometimes, you're really spending money on like very expensive gifts for your partner, but they are not reading. Their cup, their tank, their love tank is still empty, even when it comes to, words of affirmation. So I don't know, maybe you're just making it up and going, oh yeah, you're the man. But you're the man is the term their guys on the street give them. Maybe they want to hear that, you believe in them, you trust them, you're encouraged, that sort of thing. Every person has a specific way. Their love language is so unique in as much as they're just 5. But each is unique for every individual. And I think the only way that you can find that out is to actually take the time to get to know each other. Like, Laura, you kept referring to, maybe at the start of our marriage, maybe that's another thing. Update the system. Like it keeps changing.
It's funny you mentioned that one, that thing about updating the system, because when we just got married, but almost 8 years ago now, Laura wasn't truly big on words of affirmation. It was more acts of service. Your love language, or at least the kind of affirmation she needed then isn't the same affirmation she needs now.
Right.
So the way I affirm her in this season that we're in is way different from how I affirmed her last year or the year before. So I have to be very keen to know what exactly she needs, because if I just bring out the old notes like they say, it will do absolutely nothing. And it's so interesting. Like even for me now, we say physical touch, but I'm not into PDA, for example. Like you won't find me on the street. Those couples that kiss on the street, they make out on the street. That's not the kind of physical touch that I'm into. Absolutely not. And yet there are people who that's what
That
they
is
like. You
true.
know, that's what they like. Like
Yeah.
hold me as we're walking on the street, hold me tight. No. Like that's not what I mean. Power to the couples that do, but for me that's not what my interpretation of physical touch is. And I think it's very important. At least I will found out in our small experience of 8 years that it's so important to for me to be able to know what exactly quality time means to her in that season. Because, for example, when we talk about quality time, one of the things she's been really pushing us to do is to play cards, play board games. Not so much that sit in a room, no internet, no distractions, but she's leaning now more towards us doing things together.
Oh, yeah.
She's not doing crazy things like let's go shopping together, let's go on a drive together, but let's play a card game together.
Yeah.
Let's play a board game together. Remember the time last year when we played Scrabble? Happened once, I'm lousy, I confess. But she was so excited that we did that, So it's, for me, I guess my homework is to do a bit more of what she wants to do other than just cramming.
Thank you, Lenny. And that is exactly it, to look inward. Many times you're waiting for the other person to do what you like, but you're not in control of that, right?
Right.
Yeah, so it's to look inward and say, okay, so what does my person want? What can I do about it? Do let us know in the comment section. What's your love language? What does that look like in your relationships? What have been your struggles? What have been your wins? There's an app actually that I've used because I'm not big on words of affirmation, but it sort of gives you tips that is actually still from the 5 love languages. It's called the Love Nudge. It's an app that reminds you every day. It will tell you today, pour her a cup of coffee.
Oh, cute.
Because you have fed in, you do that test at the start, and you feed in your spouse's love language, and then it just keeps giving you options of different things that you could do.
Right.
So there's so much stuff out there that you could do, even as you are looking to be generous towards your spouse and, to love them and fill their tank. Thank you for joining us. Remember to like and subscribe. It's been awesome having you. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.